Good evening, everyone, fellow travelers on Spaceship Earth. I am here trying to figure out how to click all the right buttons. I've got all these buttons. I'm trying to click all the buttons. There we go. Looks a little bit better. I think we got it under control. Let's get some music going here. Down tempo. And the question I've got is, Bradley's in the green room. Did you want to come in onto the stream there, Bradley, or did you just want to communicate in the thread? That's a good question to ask right there. Because I am definitely going live. Because I won't bring you onto screen if you don't want to be here. In the actual stream, that is. Yeah, I mean, you can post there too. I didn't activate your audio, but I can. I just don't like to activate the audio and surprise people if they're not ready to, they're not prepared. But I can turn the audio on and then you can join the stream. Do you want to join the stream, or do you want to? Yeah, okay. I'll let you in. Here we go. I have added you to the stream. Welcome to the show.
Okay, now you got me?
I gotcha.
Cool.
Hear you and everything.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to go buy a webcam just so I have video for reference.
That works.
Now, how come I can't? Because I've got you on a split screen, so I can look at my other program that's open.
Mm-hmm.
And underneath your window where you are, you have 3 tabs. One is for people, the middle one's for chat, and then the third one is private.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where if I want to click to type a message, is that where I type it in? Because I can't get it to work.
Yeah, so I mean, over on the side, you have it should say on the chat right now, it should say something, social comments display here. And then underneath it says, hello, it's time for another amazing stream, right? And then I can say, hello, like that.
Yeah, there's yours, and it posts.
Right, but probably it may still be locked down that the guests don't post, but you can still post if you want to go back to Facebook and find my thread, my stream.
Oh, okay.
What I'll do is I'll send a link to it.
Yeah, no, I've got you here. I mean, I guess if I can talk on here, it doesn't matter. So instead of jumping back around, I'll just use the audio.
That's also fine.
Yeah. All right, cool. So what's happening tonight?
Oh, we had parent-teacher conferences, so I was all over the place, and all's going relatively well. It's kind of funny because it's one of those things where the kid's not doing so well on grades, but doing really well on social, and honestly, got one of those kids that I'm not that terribly worried. They'll just download Wikipedia into them if they need something. So the real problem is can they operate with other people? So
yeah, that's always difficult.
So yeah, that's a cool thing. So we'll see. But so I mean, it was good to hear that this year they're being much more interactive and and being better at just all around humaning. So yeah, it's a darn good thing. So anyway, yeah, I'm on day 5 of a 6-day teaching streak, and boy, my feet are killing me. So there's that.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Just because it's it's just tough. I'm going to turn on my drawing monitor over here. I'm going to close all this stuff and go over here to this thing. So, anyway, how have you been? How are things over in your household?
We're doing all right.
Excellent.
Other than the cat that almost died from a bladder infection, and $4,000 later, hey,
Right.
it's all good.
We're fixed now. Isn't that nice? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now I might as well get him a gold teeth.
Yep, exactly. Wow. This is definitely a thing.
Yeah, he'll be the first thing somebody tries to rob my house. I'm like, please don't steal the cat.
Right. You can take anything you want, just not the cat.
He's priceless.
Right? It's pretty funny. It's sad, but funny. It's funny because it's true.
Uh-huh.
Actually, don't look forward to that particular problem myself. It does worry me at that point too. I'm like,
Are you working on a particular project tonight?
I was going to work on a picture that I had sent for approval and got a note back today saying it's actually pretty good. We like it. So I'm going to go see if I still have that upgrade. I do. I was just going to take a look at it and work with it real quick and see what I got. There we go. So we're going to see whether this is a viable. They liked it, so I'm going to keep working on it. That's my battle plan for today. And answer any questions you may have, of course. Naturally.
Yeah. Let's see. Man, I'm already wishing I had a second monitor just so I could make yours bigger and put it on one side.
Oh,
what do you do?
Yeah, you do it. You do what you can, I guess, with the equipment we've got.
All right, now, can I share my screen with you?
You might be able to. If you're on your PC, then yeah, that's actually one of the things that Jackson does with us relatively often. So down there at the bottom, you have the share screen button.
Yeah, and it says Facebook. Oh, wait. No, or window.
There you go.
I guess it lets me pick. All right, so I'll pick that window. And if I share it, where does it show up? I guess I won't know. You'd have to. Oh,
I've got control over it. So we can do this. We can do a couple of different techniques for this. I'm just trying to get it controlled here. There we go. That's what I want.
Oh, that's cool. So, all right. So I thought obviously I got the manga story that I want to put together, but I thought I'd try and just work on a drawing that I have that I lost the Illustrator file, but I had a JPEG of it. So It's got the white background on it, unfortunately. And what I'm trying to do is I thought I'd bring it in here and see if there's a way to, what's the word I want? In Illustrator, I can't just recut it back out. I'd have to draw it all over again.
Mm-hmm.
So I could sit here and trace over the whole darn thing, and I'm wondering if there's a way I can bring it into here and
give it a shot.
Yeah, do something.
Yeah.
So
go ahead and bring it in. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what trouble we can cause. Hey, Brent, good to see you.
If I just hit file open, let's see here. Did I get the right one? It's going to be in here. Oh, it's this one. Okay. All right. There's the file. Oh, I forgot the little cover piece on here. That's all right. So is there a way to recut it out?
So
Or
yeah. So let's zoom in on it real quick, and I'm going to give you the larger camera piece real quick, just so I can kind of watch what you're doing here.
let's see if I get my
So, okay, when we get onto the layer over here on the layer controls, do you
Okay.
have layer property above that? I actually cannot read that.
Layer.
No, I'm actually looking over at the oh, come on, the tablet, or the what are these called on the side over here?
Toolbar?
Right side. Yeah, left. No, on the right.
Oh, right side. Oh, layer property.
Layer properties. Yeah.
Okay, I
So
see it.
underneath that layer properties there, you've got a set of instructions. The first one says border effect. The second one says extract line.
Okay.
Hit extract line.
Oh, cool.
So that
Okay.
just pulled the lines out.
Huh.
Now, you may want to fiddle with those controls underneath it to make it better or worse looking, depending on how you want to go with this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well. There you go. It's got solid block.
Yep.
Or not. Okay. Line width. All right. Oh, that is pretty cool. Huh. Edge threshold. That would probably do. Okay, that would delete anything that it couldn't find. All right, so I'll leave that down. I don't know. I'm probably just going to stick with this for the moment.
There you go. Then once that's happened, it's just a thing that can accept that, but you can also select well, it's not actually set up as a it's a vector layer. So let me see if I can. I'm gonna try to follow you on this one and see what I can do here. All right, pop the try and extract line. Looking close here. So line width seems good. That edge threshold. Also, one of the things down there was where it says color. You may want to switch that to gray, just to make sure that there's no color in it.
Where is that at?
It's at the bottom of the layer properties.
Normal. Wait, am I in the right place? I'm not sure.
Yeah, so when you were at the layer properties before, we had the extract line.
Okay, up here, yeah.
Yep. Then just go to the right of that. There's a pull down there. No. I'm sorry. Not that one. Not those. Back up.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yep. So over there, move one, just a fraction to the right there. Just a fraction to the right. Fraction.
Oh.
Just the scroll at the bottom. Or scroll to the right.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, there we go. There.
Figures this is barely
It's
bare.
just off the bottom.
That's
yes.
better. Put that in gray.
Right. Yeah. See, if just to make sure that there's nothing in it that we need to work with. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Now, if you right mouse click on that layer, you can get convert to lines and tones.
Oops. Yikes.
So it does the extract line, preview, does all these things, right? And you can do tone work if you've got any half toning in there. So if there's any gray or anything like that, it'll half tone it.
Oops.
But we're not going to. So for right now, we're just going to convert that out, and it's going to pull that up to a new layer.
So right click
On the layer itself. So go down to the layer itself. So go down to the picture on the layers.
Image. Oh, yeah, on here.
Yep.
Okay.
Right mouse click. I hope you can read those because I can't.
What am I going to go to?
So you'll say convert to lines and tones. It's in the second set of.
See it. Okay. So click
and
on
then
that.
click on that, and it's going to give you some options that look exactly like the ones you just set.
All right.
Okay. And once you hit that, it will
Just
give
hit
you a
OK,
new
right?
layer that is free of the other layer, so that it'll be on its own layer.
Oh,
You
there we
have
go.
gray in there, and so you can turn off those if you want to see them.
Yeah, so there is the original background piece that
Right.
was
So
on there.
you can turn the background off, and then you can go up one, and that'll be some of the tone. You can turn that off now. So you can choose to have them off or on as you see fit.
Oh, okay. All right, and there's a whole thing right there. Oh, wow. Okay, so now then, technically, I should be able to just, if I got my paint bucket, I should be able to just paint in whatever. So, whoops, I have to get a new layer, right?
Yeah, but you need to be on the layer that you're on. That layer is fine. So click on that layer. And before you do paint bucket, can I suggest a procedure change here, or just a procedure? Right mouse click on that layer, the line layer, and say duplicate layer. Just put another layer underneath it.
Gotcha. Yep. Just
And
so
then
I
that
don't
way you paint on the layer underneath it. And if you blow it up or screw it up or you hate it, you just make a new duplicate of that layer. So
I'll just
I
lock this
usually make that top one called ink or something like that. And then the one underneath it's color.
Okay, so ink.
Which is exactly what I'm doing over here. I've got the same thing kind of going here. With the layer underneath this layer, which I call color.
Color. Okay. And then I lock my ink layer just for the hell of it, and I'm on the color layer.
Yeah, that may or may not work. You may want to unlock your link layer.
Oh, because
no, it seems to be fine. Okay, so now it's in grays. So go over to the layer and right mouse click it.
And go to convert lines and tones again.
No. Actually, I'm sorry. It's up under layer property. You just have to go to that color, the thing that we saw before on layer properties that was just off the bottom.
Oh.
And then set it back for expression color. There you go. Now it'll do orange.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, sick. And then obviously it won't if a layer is broken. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it'll fill. You can adjust that over there on the left side. You see how it says gap, close gap?
Okay. So sorry.
On the left side toolbars on the left side. Yeah, right there. You just mouse just right over it.
Oh,
there
close
it is. Close gap. If you put more of that on, it will close the gap more. So it'll keep trying. So manga has a lot of lines that don't quite connect. So it uses the close gap function to kind of do a little bit of intelligent guessing sometimes to try to figure out if maybe this was the line you were trying to go for or not, So it's kind of a thing.
All right. So now at this point, just whatever. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. All right, so now, sweet, I can. Oh man, this is great.
I'm pretty fond of this program. It's a good program.
Yeah, this is perfect. Huh. Jeez, now I got to decide on colors all over again. And what's your work for? Is that for an art show?
This is for a card game.
Oh, card game.
Yeah, there's a card game called Earth Tau, and I've been working on it for a while now. And originally, this was the card that I did for them. And now they're doing the second level up, and this character has leveled up in the card game, canonically. So story-wise, however you think of it. So I'm making her level up card. This is a much more complex version of the character. So her name is Schrodinger Cat. It's a superheroes game. So they're all superheroes, but they just randomly picked superhero names. Like they used a random name generator. So they ended up with Schrodinger's cat, and then they handed that one to me. And I thought, and they were like, what do you think Schrodinger's cat does? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe she throws cats at people. So
Nice.
she's been in their game for long enough now that they actually have a level up on her. And they've discovered that her secret power is that she has manipulation. She can manipulate shapes and stuff like that. So now I've got her changing all of the main characters into cats. That's her little special ability. So this is Triceratops, which is a bad guy, who she's turning into a cat here. And she's already got a couple of the other characters, and I've specifically made them look like the characters. Like one of them has this little icon on his face, so now it's on the cat's face, and the other one has these two little circles on their face. So so in other words, I'm just making it look like she's been just changing characters left and right into cats. So I'm just trying to match her colors up at this point by her old colors here. So I'm looking at that, and she's not wearing her little pink jacket or whatever. So I'll make her or purple jacket. Oh, her hair. Oh man. There we go. Her headband is purple. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Nice. Now, so they sent you instructions on the idea of how to set it up, because
yeah.
All right.
Yep. They usually send very detailed instructions, but sometimes they also just like me to run on my own. Sure. So it was one of those things. So I just decided to kind of, they were on they were on Geek Tank, the show. And while they were on Geek Tank, we were talking about it, and and they were talking about, oh yeah, well, we've leveled up that character, and now she's this, that, and the other thing. And I just had this vision of her, like, twiddling with the characters and changing them into other characters and stuff. And it became so funny. I was like, I got to draw this. And they were like, go for it. So that's where we are.
So here's a question. Now, when I zoom in, I get like the blocky rasterized look, so a nice clean line.
Right.
Can I?
I'm not 100% sure how I can get back to raster from this. So there's no time like the present to figure it out, huh?
Yeah. So in other words, that wouldn't. Yeah. We don't
convert layer.
Yeah. Is there a way to clean that out so it's not all?
Yes. So okay, here's what we're gonna do. Okay. I'm doing that with this character here. I'll take the big screen for just a second. I'm going to go over here and right mouse click on it. I'm going to say convert to lines and tones, as we just did before, right? So that's going to take, we're going to convert it up and then let it go on ahead and do its thing. And now we have the converted lines and tones picture version of it. And it's turned off the color. Now I'm going to take this outline and I'm going to say convert layer. And I'm going to convert it to a vector layer. Maybe I want the expression color to be monochrome. Maybe, I don't know. And then I'll say keep original layer. No, I don't need to keep the original layer. Okay. Let's see what happens now. See what kind of trouble we get. Oh, not bad. All right. And now we should have a vectorized picture. It still looks this way because the lines are rough, but that's on the vector settings, which are where? Layer settings? Maybe? No. Okay, so we hit convert, and then here's vector settings. Maximum line width 20, correction 3, export all in black. Anti-aliasing, strong. That's what we wanted. See what happens then. Or see if it even decided to do something with it, because maybe it decided not to do anything. Who knows? Mm-hmm. And maybe we need to go back on a step. There we go. Convert layer. Maybe we just need to do it first. So vector layer, set the vector layer for strong, corrections, maybe high. I don't know. I've never tried this before. So maximum line width is 20 pixels. There we go. Let's see what happens there. That should be a different story. All right. That's much smoother. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're good. That's what we needed to do. So did you follow that procedure?
Let's see. So I go to my ink layer.
Yeah.
Go to convert lines and tones.
Right. And then once it's converted, which we did, right? You've already done that.
Well,
so on the main ink layer, instead, you don't do the convert lines and tones. You can just go to convert layer. That's the one above it.
Oh, right there. To vector.
Right. And when it goes to vector, go to the vector settings before you do that. Go to the vector settings and make sure you have anti-aliasing set for strong.
Strong bad.
Right? Strong bad.
Right. And then density threshold below it?
Yeah, I left that at 50. I don't know. I put correction at 6, but I'm really throwing numbers around because I have no earthly idea what that means.
Okay. It goes all the way to 20. Well, I guess I can try it. I can always go back.
You can always go back.
Include while in conversion. I don't know what that does.
Include what in conversion?
Right. It says export all in black, and then over here it says include white. No, I do not.
Yeah, you don't want to include the white in conversion.
All right. Well, I'll try it here then and see what happens.
There you go.
Oh, corrections. All right. So maximum is 20. And vector blending mode was normal, right?
Yes.
Okay. Whoa, Nelly.
There you go. Well, okay, so that's maybe too much correction. Way too much correction.
Wow. All right, let's see. Vector settings. Wait, no, it's not. Oh, yeah, duh. Vector layer, vector settings. So correction, we'll go back down to, I don't know, I guess I'll try that 6. Strong, okay. Oh, that was better. They did garble it up, though. More.
Yeah, then maybe correction's not a good choice for us.
You know, this is it. Let me bring in my other file. Why would that help? I'm going to try and bring, let's see. If I want to bring a new image in, I just need to make a new layer first, or is it going to create its own layer? It'll make its own layer?
Yeah, I mean, really just bring in a new image and open it, and then you can copy and paste it.
Yeah, so file, import. Here we go, image. Oh, and it would be this one. This one hasn't been, oh yeah, it's a little big. Well, I guess it's way bigger. There it is.
Yeah, you can grab the handles and shrink it. You got it.
When I shrink it, it keeps grabbing the, how come I can't grab the corner? It keeps wanting to rotate it.
Oh, so did you hit rotate up there at the top? No. So it should be just to the edge of the, or just off the corners. You should get a, there we go. Oh, that's rotate. That's not what you want. So actually go to the middle ones and the middle sides and see if the middle ones will do.
It's everyone's.
They all have rotate. Something stuck on that tool.
Let me see.
So look over in your tool palette. When the tools start getting funny, look over the tool palette and see what it says.
That's move layer. That's operation. Oh, here, object, select layer. No, it should be object, right?
Let's see if I can see what's going on here. Because once it does that, you have to accept it. And I don't think that's what we want to do. So, over there on the left. On the left under your mouse is almost now down, down, down. Down, down, down. Mode, rotate. One down more. One more down. There you go. Mode, rotate. There.
Oh, scale and rotate then, right?
Yep. If you do scale and rotate on that mode, then you'll be able to get both of those. You got it.
Yeah, and then I can shift key probably keeps it from
shift and control. You got it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and now I got to switch back to move, I guess. Oh, this one. Nope, that wasn't it. Nope, that was it. It just wasn't visible.
Yep. And you figured out that the mouse wheel zooms in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
There we go. I guess if I want to move this over somewhere in there. Okay, so let me turn off that. Okay, so this is the original one that's colored in. Well, that's funny. It's already cut out. Huh.
Well, it might be. That's good for you anyway.
That is good because, okay. Well, that's crazy. It's still not like super high quality.
Mm-hmm.
You can see.
Yeah, you're still getting rasterized or raster lines.
Yeah. So, all right. So I may just want to go ahead. So I may want to go ahead and do the whole convert to lines and tones and do that process over again to try and clean up the lines and then just recolor it, you think?
Yeah. With that one? Yeah, but don't switch it to grayscale mode. Leave it in color mode.
Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go to the layer. Convert to lines and... or no, yeah. Wait, cancel that. It was in... I think I forgot where it was at.
So it was just above convert line and tone. Oh, wait. So with this one, we just pulled it in. So just right mouse click on it. We don't need to convert. We don't need, no, I mean, right mouse click on the layer. Over in the layer selection. And then say convert to line.
Oh, lines and tones.
Yeah. And then set those correctly. It's interesting because you're not showing your whole screen. So like that is off screen right with us.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, let me see. Let me, am I on that page? Let's just do that real quick. So now you can probably see it all, right?
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. And I can't see you, but that's fine.
Oh, I'm just over here drawing.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but this is a fact of life with me. I'm perpetually drawing, so there's that.
Okay, so now I can right click on the layer. No, right click on the image, you said, right?
Right click on the layer and then you can convert over.
Oh, yeah, to lines and tones.
Mm-hmm. There you
go. I don't see the color. Does it have the color option?
Did we hit convert lines and wait, hang on. I gotta check now to see what we did. Oh, so the convert layer function is next. So I'm trying to figure out whether we should convert layer first.
Yeah.
Maybe we should convert layer first and then do convert to lines and tones. Because you're right, it doesn't show the options for layers.
So convert layer.
Mm-hmm. Then we wanted to convert it to vector. And who knows? Maybe we don't need to worry about lines and tones at that point, you know?
Yeah. All right, strong. It's got those settings in it. I guess I can just go for it. And color, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe too strong.
Maybe too strong. Just a little too strong there. We're good.
Vector settings. Oh, maximum line width 20 pixels. Well, that's pretty small. Correction. I definitely want the alias high. I'll just try 3.
Sounds good.
Really wants to max out those lines.
Yeah, go for maximum line width being something smaller.
Let's see. I'll just do 5 at this point because they're so big. Oh, I got the line width better. So what did it take now? Let's see. Convert there. Correction, maximum line width. Oops. No, just try 11.
Yes, there's a lot of trial and error because I've never done it before. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, well, this is more than what I had going before. Wonder if I should do convert lines and tones first, maybe then, or maybe get rid of the color.
Well, we haven't done it, so we don't know for a fact that it'll dump the color.
Huh. Right.
Might or might not. We don't know for a fact.
6. Correction 3. Tactile error. Oh, no. Oh, what happens if I change the alias down a little? Nope, that doesn't help. Blending mode. Don't think that's going to help. Export only in black. When I made this smaller, it got ridiculous, I think. If I make corrections 6 and the line width 3. Nope, that just made some. Let's see when I make this. Yeah. Okay, so what if I made the corrections 1? Interesting.
I mean, legitimately, we could always just recolor fill that back in if we have to.
Yeah, well, let's see. Do
you want exactly that color?
Huh. It still doesn't like create a nice, clean, crisp line.
Zoom in.
See?
That might be resulting of the fact that you may not have enough resolution in the actual painting itself. What's the size of that painting? Go up
Yeah,
to edit, or maybe file image size.
let's see. Yeah, let's see here. File.
Is it under edit? Maybe it's under edit.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah, it's under edit, change image resolution. So go up to edit and then change image resolution.
Oh,
You're not going to actually hit OK. You're going to cancel, but we're going to read it first.
says
What does it say?
300.
Well, what's the width and the height? And is it in pixels?
Yeah, 1700 wide, 2500 height.
Yeah, that's not a lot of.
A
I
lot.
mean, that although that sounds remarkably strange, considering once upon a time we would have been like, "What? We can't save that anywhere. There's no hard drive space." But now it's like, yeah, that's really, really low. It's not really, really low, but I mean, so if we were to swap real quick and you were to look at my screen, which may take a second or two, even though these are still in raster mode, they're still in the mode of, I mean, I still can move them around because they're in raster mode. The problem is that it doesn't matter because at a certain resolution, there's only so much I can get out of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you just make sure that it's nice, crisp, and clean when it gets pulled all the way back out. So this one is at, no, it's actually at 750 by 1000 at 300 pixels. So it's actually probably even smaller than yours. But if you change the resolution, right, then at that point in time, that same spot we were just at
Yeah.
has gotten cleaner,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And if we were to change the resolution again and say, maybe make it, 1200 DPI, now it's even better. So it's all about the resolution. But since we did this in vector, I can keep blowing it up, and now this is what that line looks like even at this resolution. So this is remarkably detailed now and really crisp when pulled all the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a little more than I really needed, but that's all right. We'll go with it. It doesn't seem to be hurting my PC much, so shrug. I'll put you back in the big screen.
Oh yeah, it made a huge difference. Yeah, now I'm at 600. Oop. Now it's crispy.
There we go. Just the way we like it.
Yeah. So now, let's see, convert layer then. Well, that's probably not going to make a difference on my convert layer situation.
Well, if you're happy with it the way it is, yeah, we don't need to mess with it.
Yeah, that's not going to help. No, the only thing I need to do is I didn't have my layers right, so my helmet's in front. So I need to, paint over this or something in order to fix that. But that's fine.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. You know what you can do?
So is there a way to go in and create these so I can paint fill these then? Or do I have to do that vector change line and tone?
Okay, so you want your lines to be in vector, but your color layer has to be in raster. Unfortunately, it doesn't know how to rasterize this stuff. So, like for example, right now I'm kind of going in here and doing shading. It doesn't know how to rasterize all of this shading into something that's readable, for a vector. So, because I'm just going through here and I'm, doing all this shading work. Well, it doesn't know what to do with that. So, what you need to do though is you'll have two different layers. Over here I've got, this is my vector layer, which is all the line work. And then underneath it is a copy of that vector layer, which I turned into a raster layer so I can fill everything with the right colors.
Gotcha.
So, because you'll never be able to use the fill tool on the vector layer, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So what you'll do is you'll make a vector layer of the ink, and then you'll make this. Now, the reason I'm saying this is there's a thing we can do here, and there is not this one. Give ourselves a new one. When you're on these layers, let's see if I can kind of mimic what you were doing. Okay, so you've got kind of, the helmet, and you were saying you'd put the helmet kind of in front and you didn't mean to. And so here is his arm, and here's the other arm, and sort of that kind of thing going on for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's the helmet part. And you're like, ah, man, I didn't mean to do that part. I'll show you a trick. Go here and then just draw the line all the way through like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then go over to the eraser tool and make sure it's set for this middle X right here.
Okay.
And then all you do, and then set for a very small brush, and then you just go through and do this, and you just draw across it like that. Across the lines that you want to delete.
Once I have it in vector. Yeah.
Yeah, once you have it in vector, we can use the intersection tool. And the intersection tool erases everything up to an intersection.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just draw the line up and over like that, and then just intersection out everything that was in the middle.
Well, I wonder now that we changed the resolution, if I just turn that layer off and go back to the ink layer I had.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? Because now, shouldn't it? Or, well, it's not. Okay. I guess it's still. Yeah. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So I've got to figure out how to work with this layer and turn this into a vector layer then. Or lines. Lines first, right?
Yes, lines first. So we want to make sure that we've got all the line. Well, if you're just keeping the color, if you don't care about, if you're just going to refill all that color anyway.
Yeah, I don't worry about I'm not worried about keeping the color.
Then don't worry about that. Just convert it over to a vector layer and then just dump everything that's not significant or important there.
So convert layer. Go to gray.
Yes.
Yeah, gray.
Monotone, by the way, might be an option too if you're not liking what it looks like. But monotone is very much 2-bit. It is either white or it's black. So it's extraordinarily 2-bit. So if you're not super ecstatic with it, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it looks a little dramatic there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I, on the other hand, have decided that I am going to make this an effect. So I'm deleting all of its lines.
I think the density was a mistake. What'll it go up to? All right, we're just going to go max out and see what happens here.
You may regret your life choices on that one. We'll see.
Yeah. And well, technically it kept more of the little detailed areas, but it still got rid of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, and this may be something we just work with for a bit until we finally get it right.
Yeah. Here, I'll do this. I'll make mine full screen again so you can see it better
I know.
on your side. Oops, I gotta. Oh, yeah. Duh. There we go. All right. Now, let's see. I'll use monochrome, vector layer, and then the settings. So density threshold to 229 did not work.
Okay.
Correction level. Put that back at like 6. Let's try that. That's better.
Yeah, that one's not so bad. That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
The great thing about this is it's just pixels. You'll make more. So if you're really not happy with it, throw it out and try again,
I mean, it's the resolution looks great as far as
the conversion, though.
Yeah.
That's what we're kind of worried about there.
If I could, I'm getting close. What was I losing? Convert layer. Vector, and I did, monochrome. Density was 132. So maybe I'll take that down to 100. Line width, let's try, I'll just type it in there. 15. Correction 8. Oops, not 87. So, oh, it definitely gave me some bolder markings. Maybe at this point I should just go with it. What did I lose? Did I lose the guitar strings and...
But strings will be pretty easy to put back in.
Yeah. Trying to think. I need to make it fit back on the... Where's my... Nope, that wasn't what I wanted to do. How did I get back to where I might move? Nope, what did I just move? I just moved one tiny object.
Did our music die? I think our music died again. Or it's not just being
Oh, there we go. I got him back on the page. Well, I really want to recolor them, but I can't seem to get back to a better line.
Then what you've got, you could always try tracing the line and see if that does a better job.
Yeah, just drawing back over the top of it.
No, they've got a trace command using the line trace and adjusting.
So after I vectorize it, or do that first.
Do that first, I would think, because we'll see whether that works or not.
Where do I find that little bad boy?
And that would be back on your layer property palette over there.
Yeah.
And see if that works. I don't know. I mean, that might give us a better. I don't usually trace, so this is a new thing for me too. See if you can adjust the lines and everything on the trace to come up better.
Is that under the right click on the layer itself?
No. Here, I'll show you. I don't know if you can see my monitor.
Oh,
Go right over here on above the layers. You had your layer property. It's this second extract line function right here.
Okay, so
see if that works. Because you can control it a little bit better.
Oops.
There's more options. So that was my thought. Oh, that was unpleasant. Never do that again. Here we go.
Layer mask. Oops. I don't see a trace option there.
Oh, it's not. It's extract line. So under the layer property, under effect, hit extract line and see if that will work. Actually, is there a way to do extract line in the actual layer itself? Because that doesn't do what I want it to do, I think. Hang on. I'm going to try to find a different instruction. So did you do convert line to tone and it didn't come out right?
Yeah, it's a little too jarbled up.
Did you drop the edge threshold?
Let's see here. Convert layer, right?
Convert to lines and tones.
Okay, go to that one.
Because I'm looking at instructions here like posterize first. Do you know what a posterize is?
No.
It kind of makes it look like those 80s sort of like Nagel drawings, Nagel paintings. It just really drops the contrast quite a bit. And you can set all of the tones there on that one. I don't know if we need that or not. And then process of edge detection 1 I would go maybe, try that and then try process of edge detection too, because that's edge height and the line curvature is a different thing. So there's two different versions of edge detection.
Hmm.
So we could try a couple of those and see if they work.
So should I turn off the posterize first?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, or turn it on. Who knows? I've never done this before.
All right, I'll just click OK. We'll see what happens.
So
Just thinking.
once we do this, then we'll know how to do this and we won't have to do it again. So that's kind of cool. And then it made all of those different lines there, and then just
Yeah.
take just the or different layers with all the
Yep.
different colors.
So
But
now
just
once
take the
again, I
top
can.
one, which is the line itself, and
It's just. Oops,
see if
that
it's
was it.
let's zoom in on that one.
And then there's tone 6.
Yeah, so we may have to go back in for some tone work.
Did it give me the line when it did that? Oh, let's see what it's doing. It definitely still saves a lot more of the lines, though. As
Mm-hmm.
far as
Well, that may be one of the things we may want to try to do. I don't know.
okay, so go back to convert lines and tones. What did I do? I could posterize. I could try. I'll try posterize first.
There you
I'll
go.
just change that.
Just see what happens. It's kind of under the what's the worst that could happen.
Now, is that better? It looks the same mostly, I guess. I don't know. All right. That's just a fill. Oh, I see. So there's if I can just get it to make them thicker. Tone work. Interesting. Well, if I turn that down, okay. Well, all right, let's try that. Frequency, angle, no idea.
Okay, so frequency and angle are when you do the tones, that's how far apart the dots are, and whether the dots are lined up in a row or whether they're rotated like 5 degrees or 10 degrees. Some people have a very specific tone work to their manga. And so what it's saying is, do you want to set your frequency and tone so that the dots are exactly a millimeter apart and all rotated about 32.1 degrees or whatever
Hmm.
is indicative of your tone. So some people have very, very specific tones. And that's that's just a detailed thing. I don't think you need to do anything with it, but as I often say, your mileage may vary.
Okay. Process edge detection. Let's try 2.
That's what we need because it's trying to decide which edge to deal with here.
Well, let's try that. Okay. Well, all right. Changed a couple of things. Let me try and not change those. Whoops. How do I reset it?
Undo.
I was trying to reset this to where it was before. I think it was 70, 50, 30 here, this pasteurization amount.
Oh, yeah.
I changed that, so I don't know if that was screwing this up. All right, now let me try that, see what it does. Extracting 2D outline. Huh. What's that? That's just a fill. I suppose I could the bottom layer, this white, if I wanted that all to be the same color,
You could just fill that.
just fill that. So I would be on that layer and I could just pick a color. I don't know. Let's go.
You got it. Pick a color and fill it.
Let's see. That's the color I picked. Try it again. Nope. Huh, it converts it to a gray tone. That's weird.
Yeah, it's in zip tone mode. If you
Oh,
want it to not be that, here, what you do is go get the magic wand tool, snag all of that white. Just click in there. Yeah, you got it. And then go to a new layer, new raster layer. That's the boxes just above the layer palettes. So you see all the layers there, your layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. Above it, you've got a box and then another box with a box
yeah.
inside it, and then you have a folder. So yeah, right there, just click on new raster layer and then put a new raster layer down and then put the color in that and then move that layer up on top of that one. Because that layer is already set for being zip tone. So anything you do to it will go to zip tone automatically.
Okay, so I would just, and then it colors it in. And then that's the original. Boy, you could end up with a whole hell of a lot of layers in here pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It is an ongoing joke with people who use Clip and Photoshop that we all try very hard to label all of our different layers and everything, and then we never succeed. And that's just the nature of it.
Yeah.
We keep meaning to, it's intentional, but really our layer strategy is apparently layer 1, layer 2, layer 2 honestly, layer 2 no really, layer 2 copy of layer 2. That's what we end up with. We just accept our fate. But that's what the folder's for. There's a folder function there too, and you can use that folder function to get your layers straightened out. So like all of the stuff that's, you could say line work and have all the line work in one folder. And then you can have, Zipatone on another folder.
Hmm.
The best part about that one is once you do that, you can set it for you can set folders to be like, let's say you wanted one version to go to print. So you set it for Zipatone. Then you have another version that's going to go to a like you want to use two versions of it. One of them looks more like a painting, one of them looks more like it comes straight out of a comic book, stuff like that. You can do different variations of the theme by just doing them in different folders. You just turn one folder on and now it's in Zipatone, then you turn that folder off and then turn the paint folder on and now it's in paint.
Hmm. Let's see. Put some of those in there. That's interesting. So, like for the guitar, if you can see that,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't draw lines for the stripes. So if I turn off the zip tone there, I think that's what you called it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I lose my shapes in there. So, let's see. And that's the weird thing too, because see how, but on the guitar, it correctly created the lines. But if you look on his left leg, if you will, if you're looking at the person, his left side there with the gun straps, you can see it put the zip tone over the top of this inside pattern here. So if I wanted to just delete the zip tone here on top of it,
Then you use the eraser tool.
and just straight up just select the eraser and then come over
Yeah,
here.
pick a big hard eraser and then zot just the ones you want to get rid of.
Oops.
Not
Am I in the
those.
wrong one? I think I'm in the wrong layer somehow.
Yeah. Whichever one you just clicked.
Yeah. Where was that the one? Oh. Turn that one off. That's what I'll do.
So click on that layer.
Trying to figure out which one.
So
Well, I can't do that. Okay.
no. Go back down. So you see
Yeah.
how you have the eye?
Here
Go
it
to
is.
the right of the eye.
That's the one I want.
That's what you want. There you go. Now you're on the right layer. And now you can just delete that.
What does it do? There should be one underneath it, right? No. Okay, it's clearing it out there, and that is what I want to get rid of.
You can also use the area select tool, like a square. Just draw a square around the whole thing, or the lasso, and then hit delete. Hit the delete key.
Oh, interesting. It's got the zip. That's got to be on some. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so it just didn't draw the black strap through on the leg strap, which I guess is not. Huh. I guess I'm fussing around with whether I like the zip tone at all, or if I just want to go back to the original, right? Just the hard lines and not have the zip tone at all.
Yeah, you can do that too. That's the best part about it is since they're on different lines, you can choose to keep them or not.
So, like for the guitar, that layer it's this layer. So first I'd duplicate it into a raster layer, right?
If you're going to color it, yeah.
Yeah, if I want to make a new color, but fill in those shapes.
I'm not sure if we can fill in those shapes. I'm worried about that a little bit. Let's zoom in on it real quick on the guitar.
But wrong tool. Let's better get off of that.
So it has a command on it. Like it's got a value to it. It's kind of hard to explain what I'm trying to say here. So it's up on layer properties. You'll see that it's got effect. So if you go up one to layer property, so above the layer palette, you have the layer property palette.
Yep.
And it says effect. And right now, tone should be selected.
Yes.
So unselected. Just click it. There you
go.
Now it's just flat, and you can select it on that layer by itself. And that's how you do this. So just select what I would do actually, because it's kind of complicated, is go over and get your selection tool. Let's see. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Over here, when you select your selection tool, you get all the extra properties on your selection tool over here. One of them is this check mark, which says apply to connected pixels only. If you unclick that, it will select everything of that color. So I would unselect that and then go back here and then just click on any one of these gray areas.
Okay, so over here on
The layer properties. So go to your fill tool.
fill tool.
Mm-hmm. Right, and then
And
unclick apply to connected pixels only,
okay.
and then select anything gray, or just click on anything gray.
With the paint bucket.
Yeah, with the paint bucket,
Okay.
and that should turn everything into that color. Now, if you want to select it, we can do the same thing, but with the magic wand tool, it has the same command.
That's the
Apply to
layer I
connected
want.
pixels only.
That's not doing anything. Oh,
It is. It's just thinking
gonna
really
open
hard.
this.
Hit undo real quick. We're on the wrong layer.
Yeah, I just did that and hit undo again, I guess. There we go.
Yep. So you're on the wrong layer. We actually have this for the wrong layer. Whenever that happens, we put this on screen because it happens to all of us so much.
So that's the layer I want. I've got
Okay,
selected here.
so you've got it selected. Now go over to the actual. Let's do this with the magic wand tool. Grab the magic wand tool, and the same thing. There's that apply to connected pixels only. Just unselect that. Then you should be able to
Deselect.
select just just there. Click there.
And now it's thinking.
There.
All
Now
right.
it clicked everything that was the same thing, same color on that layer.
And then I could select the color straight out of the palette.
Yeah, or if you want, you can go up to edit on the top there,
Okay.
and then go down to the third section down where it starts with delete. Don't hit that one. But the second one up from the bottom of that third section says outline selection.
Okay.
You can outline it with lines. But I would do a new layer first. So before you do that, I'm sorry. I should have
Okay.
told you to make a new layer. Don't unselect, but make a new layer. So just create a new layer on top of that layer. So just
So
click the new layer box. Yeah.
no raster layer, right?
Yeah, let's make a raster. Yeah, because you can't fill vector
Yeah.
layers. And we're doing fill,
The
so
new raster layer.
right. And now go up and just say outline selection and then set it for black and
Outline selection. Draw on border.
yeah.
Okay.
And there we go. We had the palette set for blue, but that's okay. Now you have lines set along the idea or along the ants crawling, if you will. But at least those lines are correct. You can always change that back to black by just doing the outline selection and set it for black. But first you might want to set your palette for black. So the blue over there, click on the blue on your palette and turn it black. Then go to outline selection. One of the things that does frustrate me a little bit about Clip Studio is in order for it to be different than Photoshop, they made sort of the order of operations different. And that's a little confusing to me. So,
Do I just go back to outline again and do that over again to make it black now?
yeah, just go up and do them. It'll redo them in the exact same spot.
Okay, so edit, outline selection, and now it should be black. There it is. And I guess I can deselect then.
Yep. And then see what it looks like, if you like it or not.
Yeah, because now if I just do a fill, well,
You need to reselect
I can
the
get rid of this.
turn on the make sure you turn on the connected pixels only.
Oh, when I go back to fill bucket, turn on apply to corrected pixels only.
Make sure connected pixels only. Yeah.
Connected pixels. Okay. And then I am on that layer. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Whatever, red.
Ugh. My boss is asking if she can have me for classes in certain areas at certain times, and I'm like, yikes. Looking at it, I'm like, oh, some of those hurt.
How do they get those there? I don't know. I'll just pick a color and see what happens. No, it is connected. So why do you think these belt markings are connected to this guitar?
Hang on. I'm on the wrong
Yeah.
screen now. I have to take a look.
No,
Okay.
when you get there. It's fine.
Oh, the belt
Yeah,
down
see,
there.
yeah, somehow they're attached to this.
Are you on the new line that we just made? Layer
Yep.
the lines that we just made.
Yeah, that line layer that's above the gray layer, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the tone layer.
Yeah.
It's bleeding through because there's a leak somewhere,
Yeah.
and I don't know where that leak is. You'd have to get kind of close and see
So
where
just
it's
to look
leaking
for.
through. Although it is acting kind of funny on those two right there on the right, because it's only partially through.
The front door is
Yeah.
open.
Ah, my child hath returned.
So I guess I could just paint over the top on another
Yeah.
layer, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the easy
Brush
fix.
or whatever. First of all, I want
That's
to
the
make.
easy fix. Yeah.
All right. Go back and make it the red. Oh well, I can erase it. Nope, that'll do the line. Oh, that'll do the. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
And my child is slightly broken. I'm just going to say that now. I mean, not like anybody here even had any doubts, but there's that.
Let's see, let me go back. That makes it. So if I go over if I get my pen tool, I draw a black line over the top of my line.
You might be able to plug those holes. Although I am slightly concerned that that's probably some kind of confusion going on in some way. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, well, we'll just tinker with it. I'll just pick. Ah, that worked.
Good.
I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
Right.
Ah, boy. My dad's favorite line from being a ventriloquist.
Right.
Oops. Too far.
November 20th through the 26th is Thanksgiving, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what she's after. I'm like, what's my boss after? Oh, I get it. She wants me to work on Thanksgiving, which is fine. That's not a problem. I'm just like, that's a weird combination of classes there.
Yesterday. Fix that. All right, now we got things happening. So I think here. Oh, that's going to fill the whole background. Oops.
Yeah, you can always tell when it starts really chugging. You're like, well, I know
I'm on the wrong lane.
right. I regret my life choices.
Well, I think that's because technically, since I just have the line art now, I don't. Wait, did I have the background? Oh, that's some of the. Okay, it'd be this. Oh, here we go. It'd be this layer. I just have that layer off. Fill 2. Okay, so if I go to that layer and I just grab whatever color is just going to fill that spot. No, it's going to do the whole thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to do the whole thing. So if I just Well, So in these, like on my hand here,
Mm-hmm.
or whichever, the guitar um, neck, either or, there is nothing in here, so I can't just fill it.
Because it's filling the background.
Yeah.
Is that because which layer are you? I mean, that sounds like a layer problem. So turn off all the other layers and see if the hand is still there. Every layer but that layer, right?
So that, let's see.
So click
Oh,
back
that's
on
the
that
top
layer,
layer.
not that one, not that one. So turn those layers off.
Normal.
Only turn the one that you were trying to color on. So that one off, and there we go. And then go back down to the one turn that one off.
Turn that one off.
And turn that off, and then go there and turn that one on. And that's why.
Okay.
The hand isn't all there on this layer.
Yeah.
And that's why you're not getting it.
So I've got the hand on this layer, which
right. So we can take that one and just duplicate it and then merge those two layers together. So I would make a duplicate of that layer. So right mouse click, duplicate.
Okay.
And then on the duplicate,
this one.
click on that one, right mouse click and say rasterize.
I'm looking at it somewhere in front of me.
It's on the second layer down, or second panel down. There you go.
New layer, raster layer.
No. Right mouse click on the layer you just made. Right.
Hold on. This one.
Just click right in the middle there, and then it's on the second panel or second group down. So it says new raster layer, new layer, etc., etc., etc. Underneath that's layer mask, ruler frame, and hit rasterize. You see it?
Oh, it's already grayed out.
Okay, so it can't be rasterized. That's fine.
Okay.
So we've already rasterized it, and that's perfectly cool.
Okay.
So now, I just released that menu. Now, with that one and the red one on below it, so the one that you already did.
Yeah, this one.
So make sure that the new layer that we just made is on top of the layer, directly above the layer that we want to work on.
Yeah, what's this one?
I don't know, but we can
skip that one. It's one of the tone.
Yeah, but we don't need it. So we can move the other layer you've got. Just click and drag it until it's just above there, right there.
Yep.
Okay. Now turn the one that below it on. So you can see it. There we go. Now hit Control and E at the same time as an echo.
Control E.
There we go. Now it's one layer.
Okay.
Now it's fixed. So you should be able to go in there and fill that hand.
Let us see. Just whatever color, doesn't matter. Just see if it works. Oh, it worked. Well, alrighty then. And then is that going to bleed through? Oops, that one's not in the. I found another back.
There's a leak in it. Yeah, I saw the leak right away. I was like, well, that one's not going to go well.
No. I wonder if it'll bleed. Oh, that one works. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, guys, this is awesome. I'm going to hit save.
There you go.
And quit for the night.
There you go. I'm okay with that. I'll quit for the night as well. Kiddo's back, and I'm going to hit save as well. And I got to this point here, which actually looks pretty cool on my book. I'm pretty happy. The flats are in. I'm going to have to go back on her hair, but I've been working on her face, trying to get the shading correct. So I've laid in the light and the dark rough, but I'll have to go back for it. So it's all right. We'll do that.
Awesome.
So I will hit save as well. And this time I'll hit save as, because really. And save. All right. And then I call that one a good one too. Look at us doing our work.
Save as. Oh, wait. I want it to be Eclipse Yeah, if I want it to be a Clip
Save it as a
Studio,
Clip
I need the
Studio. Yeah, save it as a Clip
format,
Studio.
right?
Yeah, you can also save it as a PSD format if you think you're going to go back and forth between. But Photoshop can't understand vector lines, so it'll have to rasterize your vector layers. So don't do that yet.
Yeah. Cool.
You most certainly don't want to do that just yet. But when you're done and you're happy with all your line work, usually what I do is this. When I'm doing my procedural work, I'll start with the line work. Lay the line work down on a vector layer, make sure I like it, make sure it's exactly what I'm looking for. And then I'll duplicate the vector layer with a raster layer, which is a duplicate. So I'll duplicate the vector layer and then turn it into a raster layer.
Gotcha.
And once it's a raster layer, I can fill it with all my colors.
Gotcha.
Which is what you're seeing right here. Actually, I've switched over. Never mind.
Yeah.
But that's what I'll do then. And then after that, I can save it as a PSD because I don't. After that, I generally mess with the line work anymore.
Yeah.
So if it rasterizes the line work, then I don't care.
Yeah.
At that point in time, I can save it as a PSD if I need to.
Awesome.
So cool. Well, it's good to have you here, my friend. And I'm going to actually bow out as well.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I thank you for being with me tonight so that we can get work done together. I love this stuff. It makes me do work.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I definitely need the help learning this system because, like I said before, I'm just not a big learn intricate tech stuff. So I get frustrated too easy.
Totally understandable. And the best part about this is you can have a workflow and remember your 12 steps, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like once we've got this workflow down, those are your 12 steps and you're happy, or those are your 15 steps, or whatever it takes. And then you can just set it, because that's what the idea was, to be as unobtrusive as possible with Clip Studio. So they're trying to make it so that it wasn't hard,
Yeah. Gotcha.
So, cool. Well, thank you, my friend. And to everybody else, have a good night as well. And remember to keep your eyes on the stars. Good night.
Later.